Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be my top 10 stocks as we head into Friday, April 11th. This will be a technical analysis breakdown, so if you're someone that uses charts within your trading, or maybe you're just interested in learning more about charts and how they can be used as a tool to help make good decisions as a trader, this will be a video for you. First off, a couple clarifications. Number one, the candlestick that you see right there will be moving around and changing. That is because the market's still open for a small amount of time. But I like to do these videos when the market is still open because sometimes we can capture some really interesting late day price movement. Second, I'll be using the 30-minute time frame, meaning each one of these candlesticks here represents 30 minutes worth of time. So stock number one, we are looking at KTAA. Pretty eventful day on this one. And now an interesting setup moving forward. And the setup is all based around the fact of, yeah, it was a pretty rough start. To think that the stock gapped up and then ran all the way up there, very nice move. But then the price started to pull back. And when it gets down around here, it becomes a very valid question to throw out there. Was this just a gap and trap, pump and dump? Is it game over? And we now seemingly have our answer. And the bulls have made a bit of a push. So the price has leveled out, which is going to be the first key level here to keep an eye on. Let's get this green. And the leveling out point, which was right there at $1.41. You can see about 3 separate occasions the price tried to push down to that level, but the price did hold strong. And not only did it hold strong, it actually has a bit of a bounce. Now, to be fair, and I wish I could say trading was this easy, just because there was this big pullback and now just because the price is starting to show some signs of strength does not mean for sure guaranteed this is the bottom and for sure guaranteed it's going to continue on up. But is it at least a little bit more reasonable at this point? Absolutely. Much more reasonable than if the price was still dropping, and me sitting here saying, hey, it's looking like this could be the bottom. You'd be totally justified in that situation to say, wait a second, based on what? The price literally going straight down. But that's not the case here. So you have this key area of support right there. And then in regards to areas of resistance, I think the key battleground to watch now moving forward going to be right there at that resistance level right there. So if you can get a high volume break of that trend line, no guarantees, but I could see that leading to some upside momentum. Next one, STSS, popular one out there today, and a very, very rough looking chart now. I'll still, I'll concede that there's a little bit of chance left for it, assuming you care about the big picture point of view. But if you're some sort of day trader, flipper, scalper, and you bought right there or bought the dip right there, even bought the dip right there, yeah, from that angle, if in any of those strategies you're looking to buy and sell within 20 minutes, things are not looking so good. But if you do care about the bigger picture of things, to be fair, there is still a bit of hope. And that hope, and what I would definitely call the must-hold level, is down here at 0.0142. And the reason why that level is so important is if the price were to come down here and then just break down below there, what do you have at that moment in time? You quite literally have the price having gone back to where it was. And I mean, not to insult your intelligence, but price movements that make huge moves and then all of a sudden go back to where they started, not exactly a sign of genuine strength. Again, I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but that is why that level right there at 0.0142, very, very important. On the flip side of things, though, if the price were to come down here, behave like this, and then start to curl back upwards. Now, emphasis here on big picture. From the big picture, what do you have? Well, you'd have a set of lows here. You'd have these lows down here. And if you envision each of those as stair steps, now you have stair steps progressing in the upwards direction. And that's what it's all about from the bigger picture. You just want to see progress being made forward. So the quote-unquote progress point right there at 0.0142. But yeah, no doubt about it. Definitely a very shaky looking chart right now. But from the big picture, there's still a chance to build that higher base. Next one here, SOXL. A very, very rough day on this one today. But what I'm very curious about now moving forward, I'm not sure if it bounced off that level or not. Nope. Somewhat close, but not really. But is that area of support right there? Because in theory, if the price can stay above that level, then that does imply that the price is still building higher bases. So you'd have a low there, and even if the price were to come down a little bit further and maintain that, well, then you'd still have yet a higher low. So don't get me wrong, and this is where it's tricky because it really is all about perspective. Day traders, flippers, scalpers that bought right there and wanted to buy or sell within a few minutes, or bought the dip right there, wanted to buy and sell within a few minutes. Yes, from that angle, things are a train wreck. I'm just talking about things from more of an overarching standpoint. And from that overarching standpoint, you do have that overall trend line right there. So moving into Friday, we'll see if the price is going to be able to hold above that level or not. If the price does try to curl back upwards and make its way in the northern direction, first key level of resistance to watch right there around the let's just call it the $10 mark essentially. You also want to keep a close eye on that purple line there, 50 period moving average. So if anything, you could consider this right here a bit of a resistance zone. But yeah, no doubt about it, rough day today. Next one, TSLL, an ETF for Tesla. So if you want to trade Tesla in more of a volatile way, if you will, then this is a way you could do it. And like what we just looked at, what I'm very curious about now, again, emphasis on the big picture, is this overall trend line right here and seeing if the price can continue to hold above it. So from that angle of things, it hasn't even really come that close to testing it. In fact, as I speak right now, it's actually still up above that purple line there, 50-period moving average, and currently doing battle with it right there. But even if the price does break above there, I'd still give the bulls a chance, again, from the overall perspective, by staying above that level right there. But if the price were to come down through here and then just even break down through there, at that point, yeah, that's game over. And this trend here has been completely eliminated. So keep an eye on those couple areas of support. Again, best case scenario, price stays above that purple line. But if it doesn't, definitely want to see it stay above the trend line right there. If the price does try to come back upwards, first key area of resistance is going to be that pink line there. 200-period moving average right now valued at 945. And then the next level is just this area up here that I talked about previously, and that's at 1040. But as of right now, I don't know if breaking levels of resistance is necessarily the top priority. I would say top priority is more so, are these areas of support going to hold, or are they all going to ultimately give up and then create even more downside pressure? Next one here, NVDA. This will mean a little bit more to those of you that watched the video previously, but overall, everything is still perfectly fine. And maybe you've kind of connected the dots based on how I've talked about these other ones. But yes, in yesterday's video, I put in this overall trend line. And yes, there has been a pullback from those highs. But notice, not only is the price still above the trend line, but it is also still above that purple line there, which is a little hard to see because it's essentially matching up perfectly with the trend line right now. So assuming you care about the grand scheme of things, everything is perfectly fine. Again, yes, you day trader scalpers that bought right there and we're wanting to buy and sell within 20 minutes, yes, things are not looking good for you. But overall, the chart is hanging in there. In the very near term, in terms of resistances, definitely keep an eye on the pink line there, 200-period moving average. You can see how it was a little bit of a messier area of resistance, but right here became very clean. I mean, the price just came up there and was immediately rejected off it time and time again. So keep an eye on that. And then the next key level, I'm going to go ahead and adjust this area down. Now that we have more data, would be right around the 115.20 mark. So again, big picture-wise, the chart's hanging in there, but you definitely do want to see this price stay above that trend line. Real quick, I want to personally invite you to get signed up for this free live online webinar that I'm offering very soon. So if you've been enjoying what you've seen and you want to learn more about this tool, how it can and should be used to build consistency and manage risk, then definitely get signed up for the free live class. If you're watching on YouTube, there's a link down in the description area you can use to sign up, or if you're watching right at my website, there's an area on the webpage that you can use to sign up. Now, one special note, it is a genuine live event. So a couple circumstances, maybe you already have something on your schedule this evening, or maybe you're watching this video Friday morning and you missed it. Go ahead, send me an email, and I will send you a replay link to it so that you can watch it at your earliest convenience. But if you can make it live, then definitely get signed up, and I'll see you here in just a few hours. Next one here, taking a look at SQQQ, and overall, to give credit where credit's due, from where it was at the lows, there we go, from where it was at its lows here to where it has come up right there, been a good solid bounce. But on the flip side of that, we have a situation where we also have these areas of resistance right here. So we basically have this wedge. So right now you do have this wedge. This wedge does have an upward slope to it. That's all very accurate. But part of the bigger picture is saying, okay, fair enough. And let's make this, try to make it as easy to see and keeping all these lines the same color. But it is also more than valid to say, yes, there is this wedge. So there's the support part of it, the resistance part of it. But what was happening before the wedge? Well, those people would say, well, the price was way up here, and then it came all the way down here. And then if I put a golf hole up here, you would say, oh, that looks like an upside down golf pennant. Yes, and in the world of trading, we call that a bear pennant. Now, let me be very clear, just because there's something that's a bullish pattern does not mean that sure the price is going to go up. Same is true here. Just because it's a bearish pattern does not mean for sure guaranteed the price is going to go downwards. But would it be shocking? Would people just like, whoa, I didn't see that coming? If that thing were to come down here, break, and then find more continuation of the downside, I don't think anybody would be shocked by that at all. So yes, there is a bit of an uptrend to it. All I'm trying to say is don't get necessarily too overexcited about it, because in all actuality, looking at the past couple of days, it has now formed a bear pennant pattern. Next one here, RSLS, and we have the opposite here. So let's just hop right into it, because this should sound familiar given what I just talked about. But let's get this overarching trend line into place here. So we have that area of resistance. Then at the same time, we have that area of support. And then just because I can't help myself, let's keep it all one color so hopefully everybody can see it. So we have our area of resistance, we have our area of support, and then before this move happened, the price was down here. It shot all the way up here. And again, let's put the golf hole down here. And now you're probably saying as a golfer, hey, that looks like a pennant that I've seen out on the course, and this would be a bull pennant pattern. As I just said, just because something's a bearish pennant doesn't mean it's going to go down. Same as true here. No guarantees that the price goes up. But would it be shocking if the price were to, consolidate out, work its way up here, and then get a breakthrough there, and then find momentum? no, I don't think anybody would be shocked by that. So if you like penny stocks, if you like bull pennant patterns, here you go. Next one here, PRFX, and I should have put this at a different location to watch list, because think about the one that I talked about, how these can be interesting setups where you have a very nice move where, the price can be up there, and then it falls and falls and falls. And then, right around here, it becomes very valid to say, pump and dump, gap and trap, what exactly was occurring here? And we got our answer. And as of now, the price has begun to hang in there, and it seems as though the buyers have shown up, and that can be represented via the fact that you do have an ever so slight upwards movement right there, where the price has started to just consolidate out. So as I said previously, does that mean this is for sure the bottom just because it's acted in this way? No, there are no for sure's. Risk management matters, but it becomes more plausible. And then on the flip side of things, you have a very well-defined area that it's struggling with right now, and an area where if the price can break above it, it becomes valid to think that the price could, find some upwards pressure. And right now that area is right there at the pink line there, the 200 period moving average. So you can see right there, got somewhat close to it, rejected, directly rejected, and then directly rejected right there. So again, no guarantees, but if the price is bottoming out and it's going to make another push upwards, that line right there could be the leading indicator to that. So all in all, if you like these scenarios where you get the very big move up, then you get a pretty nasty pullback, but then things start to go sideways, and then you can start to structure some good risk versus reward scenarios. Keep an eye on it. Next one here, NIO, and I just want to get this overarching level in play first. I think this is, pretty close. So right here, by connecting that point, and that point did a very good job. Now, technically speaking, it did go slightly above it, but generally speaking, this trend line here seems to be the key overarching area of resistance. So if there is any sort of, attempted curl back upwards, this level here is going to be the main battleground to watch very closely. But as of right now, the key area of support that's been doing a good job is that purple line there. You can see earlier on in the day, the price did a good job of respecting it. But right now, as I speak, the price is once again doing battle with it. So moving forward, going into tomorrow, on Friday, it'll just be a question of, is the price going to get a bounce, or is it going to push down through? And if it pushes down through, I'm not saying the price is dropping straight down to any of these areas, but the chart does open up space-wise quite a bit, with really the next level of support not being until down here, maybe around the $3.12 mark. Again, not saying it goes straight down to there, but the chart does begin to open up quite a bit. But also, to be fair, so far so good. The price is respecting that purple line, but we'll see if that carries into Friday. Next one here, TSLA Tesla, and overall the chart is hanging in there. Again, it's all about perspective. If you're a day trader and you bought right there, or you're a day trader and you bought the dip right there, yeah, things are looking rougher for you. But overall, the chart is maintaining itself. Let me just get rid of that level so we don't have too much clutter everywhere. But I do want to get this trend line in play just to watch this from more of the overarching standpoint. So continue to watch that. But from that angle, you can see that the price, wasn't really anywhere close to violating that trend line. In fact, did an absolutely beautiful job of respecting that 50-period moving average. Look at that. Bounced right off it very, very nicely. So moving forward, won't make this chart look the strongest from a support standpoint. Certainly if the price can continue to stay above that purple line there. But if the price does fall below it, I would not say it's the end of the world for Tesla, because the price would still have the opportunity to stay above that trend line, which is representing building higher bases, which from the bigger picture is what it's all about. You just want to see higher lows being put into play. In terms of areas of resistance, very straightforward. All about the pink line here, 200-period moving average. You can see right there, rejected a couple of times. So that'll be the first key battle point, right now valued right around 258.50. And then if the price can push up through there, next key level will be what I marked out in yesterday's video, right up here at, we'll call it the 273 mark. So all in all, like I said, rough day for Tesla, sure, but bigger picture-wise, still plenty of opportunity to build a higher base. So that wraps up the top 10 list here. And again, if you like what you saw there, definitely go get signed up for the free live class. It'll be this evening, Thursday, April 10th. At 8 p.m. Eastern time, so I hope to see you there. But like I said earlier, if you cannot make it live for whatever reason, go ahead, send me an email, clay@claytrader.com, and I'd be happy to send you a link to the replay so that you can watch it at your earliest convenience. But yeah, if you can't make it live, then definitely get signed up, and I'll see you here very soon. So thank you for watching. As always, if you enjoy these videos, hit that like button, and if you have not yet and you're looking for a way to support the channel in a very free and easy way, please hit that subscribe button, as it really does help out. So thanks for watching, take care, and go get signed up for the free class.